people didn't like me, teachers were avoiding me. While people are raising up, asking questions, if I raise up my hand, she ignores me. Before I went to class 4, I was forced to repeat class 3, which wasn't good. Not that I wasn't performing good, my performance was average. And even after repeating, my performance was still average. When it comes at the end of the term, they have to read number 1 to 10. Now, I was not even given a chance to come in front, or just told stay back there, don't even bother coming out because I will feel ashamed of myself.
Identification and labeling of the learning and reading differences birth the torture kids with dyslexia have to battle with while surrounded by classroom walls. This in return has forced them to pay a price with no bargain, a price of pain, rejection, and shame. All because of the mere fact that they fall victim of letter and word reversal, reading and spelling difficulty. So, what happens when boy is doy? I am Marion Munyao. Raregem Talent School, located in Kitengela, puts its heart and soul in illuminating light into the well-being of the dyslexic children by accommodating students with reading and learning difficulties. Geoffrey Wanja, a Form 2 student at Raregem Talent School, vividly recalls of the struggles and fatigue he experienced as a result of failing in exams and endless rejection from other students in his previous school. This made his mother trace her way to Raregem Talent School for her son Geoffrey to be enrolled.
I came to learn about dyslexia when I was young. My mother didn't know why I was not passing the exams in other local schools. Now she was like, what is wrong with my son? And the other ones are passing, my brothers and sisters are passing, but I'm not passing at all. So she was trying the best to find a school which can help me. We struggled a lot. I can remember telling her I'm tired of staying in school which students don't want to see me around. I don't pass. So sometimes I was left at home doing nothing until she found this school on a magazine. Then she was interested in it, and that's how we were connected to this school.
Martin Munyi Geshogi, a bachelor's degree holder in Business Information Technology, serves as a teacher in Raregem Talent School. Illegible handwriting and incorrect spelling signaled red lights from the time he joined school. However, he only referred to it as a learning disability. Fast forward to 2005, it was at this time when it dawned to the Class 4 student that he is dyslexic.
It was just said as a learning disability. There was a problem in my learning. My writing was not that good, my spellings, and also maybe my reading, when I'm reading out loud, it was not that good. So it was not given a name yet. But after some times when I was in class 4, it was the time I was told the problem I have is known as dyslexia.
Nancy Muni, the founder and director of Raregem Talent School, doubles up as a teacher in the same institution. To her, dyslexic was just mentioned in her teaching training. However, she was as clueless as a joke to later find out that her son Martin Muni was having it.
In my training, it was just mentioned about children who have difficulty in reading, writing and spelling, and it ended there. But I didn't know that I will find it in my house. So when I realized my son has this difficult, first it was hard to accept because actually I couldn't remember that I had learned about it.
Illegible handwriting, struggle in word attack, letter and word reversal, and phonetical spelling are just but a few signs one should look for in a child.
Dyslexia cannot be recognized if you're not reading or writing or coming into close with books. Dyslexia, you have to know maybe when you're only writing, reading, if it's seen only in school. For the other one, it's not. If you are dyslexic, you cannot be seen if you are at home and someone is normal. I'm normal.
In nursery school as per se, the child will have problem with the identification of alphabets, nursery rhymes, may have a problem with the realizing which is his best hand, is it left hand or right hand, may have reversals, problem with phonologies, will have struggle in word attack, that you find a child is looking at the word and it's not forming pictures really, so we'll struggle in reading the word.
Nancy Munyi got her head out of the dumps and her legs in air as she gathered all information she laid her hands on about dyslexia. This led to the registration of Dyslexia Organization Kenya.
So I joined Kenya Institute of Special Education, though not really much, but my sister went through internet and we learned so much from that. And we thought that we can start an organization. We started off by registering organization for Dyslexia Organization Kenya.
2010 brought about breakthrough not only to Nancy Munyi but also to other parents with dyslexic children. The registration of Dyslexia Organization Kenya paved the way for a lot of clientele to know about dyslexia, hence access Raregem Talent School.
When we were registering the organization, we started even the website. So most of our clientele comes from website where they have learned, somebody fights, what do I do with this child who can't be able to pass well in the exam? You know, it is really difficult with the parents. And when they go for internet, they get us. We also do a lot of campaigns, mainly to create awareness about the children.
On enrollment, assessment is done to find out the learning difficulty the child has. This forms the basis of mode of intervention the child receives. Psychological help is also administered to both parents and the child.
When the parents bring their children, we start off by assessment. We assess mainly at what level is the child performing and what type of learning difficulty is he or she having, and then so that we can be able to have a base of intervention. And mainly not only the children who requires counseling from a psychologist, the parents. Because a parent who has a child with the difficult has difficult understanding and coming to terms with the condition. So mainly they also do very well with counseling.
Raregem Talent School is equally unique in its way of doing things, from emphasis on abilities and talents to use of plastic bottles and old tires for gardening has put the school on the spotlight, all for the right reasons.
We use the Kenyan curriculum, which people think it is very rigid. We modify it to suit the child's ability. Here in this school, we do not rank children as positions 1, 2, 3. We encourage children to compete with themselves with your abilities. We encourage them to make sure that they are focusing not mainly on education. We even focus on their talent and their ability to do other things apart from just books. We have had some trophies, we have won some trophies, mainly on environmental conservation. We have a club called Dyslexia Loves Green, where we won a trophy on Green Kids Award. It was a Kenyan thing which was organized by Safaricom. We also have won trophies in Giraffe Center, mainly also for environmental conservation. Before even the government thought about banning of plastic, in Raregem we had banned using of plastics long before, and we have converted them to, especially the plastic bottles and the old tires, we have converted to be a garden, them to be a garden where we grow vegetables. And from that we have received recognition.
Apart from understanding what the teacher teaches in a clearer way, Geoffrey affirms that the school has played a major role in sharpening his drawing talent.
It has helped me a lot. I've developed my talent. Although I knew I was drawing, but I was not so best in that time. But now I can draw horses, animals, things to do with the environment.
Life is either a daring adventure or nothing at all. That will be true of the ups and downs Raregem Talent School faces.
Some parents, when they bring their children here, they are aware like they are getting trained teachers to do that because we have well-trained teachers. They think that immediately the child's problem is going to overcome. But that does not happen. It is a gradual process. The child's challenge will be overcome gradually. It's a gradual process. Our space is a bit small and the number of children is increasing. So that's a main challenge.
Some are not open. They think that this condition it's bad. It's maybe like something, a curse or something not good for them. But what we try to give them is confidence and also to perfect what they do best, not to involve themselves in what they don't like. They should try more on what they like and perfect it on it.
Early intervention tops the list of the do's and don'ts parents should look into so as to regain normalcy within a child's life.
Early intervention is very, very important for every condition that child could be having. So if the parent realizes the child has difficulty in learning, early intervention is the best. So by first taking them for assessment, we have government institution where they can be taken for assessment. We also do assessment here, and we advise the parent, even if they are not going to bring their children here, we advise the parents on how they can support their children, and how even the teachers in the respective schools, that they can give support to the children. Also, not really focusing much on academic if you find the child has difficulty in learning, because I find that we are using the wrongest measure to measure standards of life, because there are so many things that a child can do with himself, even if he doesn't hit the top quarter, like position 1 to 10. But mainly we focus and we measure success with how a child can pass exam. And it doesn't mean that the child with dyslexia cannot pass exam. No, it is a misconception. Child with dyslexia is not intellectually challenged. Their intellectual is okay. It all depends on how they are going to be given, their ability is going to be used.
To any child out there who may be bearing this condition, bear in mind that broken crayons still color. Do not lose hope.
Never give up on your talent. Don't mind about what people say about you, because the more you listen to them, the more you lose hope on yourself.
It's something that you can't be able to change overnight. Accepting yourself and trying to move forward, mainly not focusing on what you can't do.
Having enrolled 125 children, Raregem Talent School hopes for owning their own premises, as well as creating awareness to a larger radius through walks, teachers' trainings, and social media platforms.
We want to have our own piece of land where we can have a good institution, where we shall have even vocational training for those with the severe difficulties. We do walks, we train teachers. Each and every year we organize an activity where parents, teachers and successful people with the dyslexia come together, so that people with the dyslexia can give hope to the parents that all is not dull, that a person with the dyslexia can do other things and become successful.
To echo Rick Riordan's quote, dyslexic kids are creative, outside-the-box thinkers, but they do not solve the problems as the rest. Unfortunately, they're sometimes written off as lazy, stupid, and even rude. But guess what? They aren't. This has been When Boy is Doy. For CTN Features, I am Marion Munyao.